Hey guys, it's Josh.
I'm Brandon.
And we're Idaho Prepared. So what we wanted to do today is we wanted to create this video to explain what Idaho Prepared was, what we're about, and what our mission is really. Um, kind of to go into that, when I say we're Idaho Prepared, I want to clarify one thing. Yes, the channel's name is Idaho Prepared. Yes, we do consider ourselves Idaho Prepared, or preparing always.
Always.
But really, it's not about just us being Idaho Prepared. So, Brandon, if you want to kind of explain what Idaho Prepared is, and what it means to you.
For me personally, it's always been a way of life. I've prepared for anything and everything for the better part of the last decade. I pay attention to politics, geopolitics, what's going on in the world for various reasons, but more so to be prepared. Preparedness isn't always gadgets and gear and things like that. 90%, a solid 90% of your preparedness is going to be your knowledge and your awareness. And that's something that we really can't teach you. We can't teach you
Right.
how to pay attention to what's going on in the world. We can't teach you to pay attention to what the Farmer's Almanac says. And we can't teach you these behaviors. What we can teach you are tactics and uses and ways to execute the proper plans on certain situations. Those situations being how to procure food and water and defenses and hunting skills and trapping skills and all these the gambit of what it means to survive in a situation where you don't have electricity or running water or all the modern amenities that we're used to. That could go from a foreign invasion or a government takeover or a natural disaster all the way out to you've went hunting and now you're turned around in the mountains, or you're working and a snowstorm hits and you're not at home, you're staying in a hotel across the country. These things happen all the time. So we're going to talk about on this channel the things that have yet to happen and the things that happen all the time, so that we can kind of grasp what it means to be prepared. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have 10,000 rounds of ammunition, body armor, etc., and all this other stuff. Sometimes it just means being aware of your situation and knowing how to get out of a bad one.
Exactly. And to add to that, what's going to make this such a unique channel, let me use that word. What's going to make this unique is, first off, with us two, we work very polar opposite environments. He works outside, he works in the land, whereas myself, I work in a downtown environment. So we're going to bring those two different aspects. Another thing that we are going to be doing for this channel is we're not ever going to sit here and say we're the experts on anything, because that would be a bold-faced lie. What we will do is we will try and provide the knowledge that we have and teach that to you. And where we lack in knowledge, we're going to try and have subject matter experts come on and teach you those skills. That way you can apply those as well.
Right, exactly.
One thing we've already talked about and we're going to try and do as well is stay on course. A lot of times that there's channels, they get into politics. We're going to try and stay away from that, but we are working on it.
It's going to be really hard for me.
It will.
But I'll do it, I promise.
It will. We're going to do our best. So that's our commitment to you. We will be starting a radio station as well, radio channel.
Podcast, if you will.
Yeah, that's the proper word I was looking for. Where we can have that outlet for that. But for this, we look forward to working with you guys, teaching you what we know, and also learning from you. Make sure you put information in the comments that we may not know, and lead us to information that we may not have.
And if there's things that you guys would like for us to try, whether it be products, techniques, anything, send us some information on it. Send us, what we need to be able to take that challenge on, so that we can put out the best review or put out the best situation where that object or that piece of gear or that tactic will be used, and we'll do our best to get it done. Something that I personally am going to do, I'm going to try to get Josh to do it with me, our weekend survival trips where, we're going to try to document multiple days out in wilderness with nothing more than what you can carry in your backpack, whether it be hiking or a bug out situation or whatever it is, so we can have the opportunity to use as much gear as we can and show how it's done and show these tactics on how to build shelters and different fishing traps and things like that, so that you guys can really see in that situation what it is that you need to do.
And that's important. You know, a lot of people, they prepare for these things. They take the book knowledge. They watch somebody else do it, but a lot of them don't apply that. I know with Brent, he's done a lot of this here in Idaho as well as Kentucky. Myself, I would take time that I would go out into the wilderness for a weekend with what I had on my back over on the Oregon coast, in quite a different environment. So I do look forward
I actually,
doing it here in Idaho.
2 years ago, two buddies and myself went to the Siskiyou National Forest in the south coast of Oregon, and we stayed there for a week. And the only things that we brought were summer sausage and cheese, and we survived off of spring water and trout caught from the pond. We found a pond with fish, and we made a campsite next to it and camped out there. It was pretty good, and that's the kind of stuff that we're going to want to bring to you guys. So if you guys have any suggestions on gear or anything like that that you want us to try, if you guys are manufacturers or distributors or anything, send it to us. We'll use it, and we'll put out a review. If you guys are just trying to learn, like we have, then let us know what you guys want us to try and get to review and use.
That's right. Well, guys, as always, stay prepared, and it's been a pleasure talking to you. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a good night.